The toy store went silent as The Rock stepped forward, his towering figure commanding attention. "You're accusing an 8-year-old of stealing? Show me your proof," he said, his voice calm but unwavering. What led to this explosive moment? Stay tuned to find out. Amara's tiny hands held the crinkled dollar bills she had worked so hard to save. Each coin and bill was a story of determination, $1 for cleaning the living room, 50 cents for helping her neighbor water plants, and pennies from her piggy bank. She had waited months for this day, and the excitement bubbled over as she and her mother Cynthia walked toward the toy store. "Do you think they'll still have it, Mom?" Amara asked, her eyes wide with anticipation. "They will," Cynthia said with a smile. "You've worked hard, and today is your day." The store was a wonderland, with towering shelves filled with vibrant toys. Amara's face lit up as she spotted the doll, her doll. It was everything she had imagined, with curly hair and warm brown skin, just like hers. "There it is, Mom!" Amara exclaimed, running toward it. She picked it up carefully, cradling it in her arms as if it were the most precious thing in the world. Cynthia chuckled. "You're not letting that go, are you?" "Never," Amara replied, her smile stretching from ear to ear. Cynthia noticed the security guard standing by the entrance, his arms crossed and eyes fixed on them. At first, she thought little of it. Perhaps he was just doing his job. But as they moved through the store, his gaze didn't waver. Amara was too focused on her doll to notice, but Cynthia's instincts kicked in. She leaned down and whispered, "Let's head to the checkout, sweetheart." As they approached the register, the security guard stepped in front of them, his face stern. "Hold on," he said, his voice cold. "We need to check your bag." Amara froze, clutching the doll tightly. I didn't do anything wrong," she stammered. "We need to make sure," the guard said, ignoring her protests. Cynthia stepped forward, her voice shaking. "She hasn't done anything wrong. She's holding the doll because she's going to buy it." The guard glanced at Amara's small purse. "Let's see the money," he demanded. Cynthia pulled out the crumpled bills from Amara's purse, her hand trembling with anger. "Here it is," she said, her voice firm. "Every penny she's saved for this doll." The store manager, Mr. Benson, arrived at the scene, his authoritative presence adding to the tension. "What's going on here?" he asked sharply. "She was trying to leave without paying," the guard said dismissively. "That's not true," Amara cried, tears welling up in her eyes. "I have the money," Mr. Benson sneered. "An 8-year-old saved $45 on her own? That's hard to believe." The door to the store swung open, and in walked Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. His towering frame and confident stride commanded attention. He glanced around, quickly assessing the situation. The security guard's stern stance, the manager's condescending tone, and the fear in Amara's tear-filled eyes. "Is there a problem here?" The Rock asked, his deep voice cutting through the tension like a knife. "This child was attempting to leave without paying," Mr. Benson said, his voice defensive. The Rock raised an eyebrow, his gaze piercing. "Did you see her do that?" The manager hesitated. "Well, no, but—" The Rock didn't let him finish. "Then why are you treating her like a criminal? She's a kid holding a doll, and she has the money to pay for it." He turned to Amara, his voice softening. "You've worked hard for this, haven't you?" Amara nodded, her small voice trembling. "Yes, I saved for months." The Rock stood tall, his voice calm but firm. "You owe this little girl and her mother an apology. Now." Mr. Benson's face turned red as he mumbled an apology, avoiding everyone's gaze. The Rock crouched to Amara's level and smiled. "How about I buy this for you? You've earned it, but today it's my treat." The Rock didn't stop there. He spoke with the store owner, demanding changes to their policies and mandatory training on bias awareness. Within weeks, new protocols were implemented to ensure fair treatment for all customers. Amara left the store holding her doll tightly, her heart swelling with pride. She knew she had done nothing wrong and that someone had stood up for her. That evening, Cynthia hugged her daughter tightly. "You learned something important today," she said. "No matter what anyone says, you are worth so much more than they think." Amara grew up carrying the lessons from that day. Inspired by the Rock's actions, she began standing up for others, becoming an advocate for kindness and fairness. Cynthia watched her daughter blossom into a compassionate, resilient young woman. She knew that day in the store had changed their lives forever. What do you think about the Rock's powerful stand against racial profiling? Have you ever witnessed or experienced similar challenges? Share your thoughts in the comments below, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories that make a difference.